Over the Philippines. So, ano yung plano po ma'am with this new beginning po? GM Garma.
Okay. Since it's PCSO who will sponsor the said project, no? PCSO is very much willing to provide financial assistance to support yung rollout of the project nationwide. So as long as we have funds. And I mentioned kanina, with yung nag-roll out yung STL natin, and this year, we have opened 25 areas. That would be an additional 1 billion sa PCSO fund. So we have enough fund to support the program, and very happy now. For the first time, it's more on protection of the environment.
So kaya siyang iipot sa buong Pilipinas na?
Yes, kaya natin. Through our corporate social responsibility activities.
Okay. Ma'am, I observed that this is the first time that the PCSO partnered with organization in tree planting.
Yes.
Of all the years, ang consideration natin is the assistance of one. What made you decide? What made you decide to engage in this program?
Okay. This is not a charity work. Okay?
Yeah.
This is more on the corporate social responsibility side of PCSO. So, nakita ko na there is a need to support yung program ng ating gobyerno, especially na-mention ni Sir kanina yung climate change, and ito isa sa mga factors na because wala na tayong mga puno, so we need to pick up na. And we are not just planting ordinary trees, these are indigenous trees. These are trees that can only be found dito sa Pilipinas. So, hindi siya simple na project. We create an awareness sa mga bata and even sa community na ito pala yung mga puno dapat i-promote natin kasi tunay na Pinoy na mga puno. And ito yung magandang suportahan. At because meron kaming social responsibility as a GOCC,
Okay.
We decided to support the program. Kaya sabi ko, through our CSR, this is not a health program. It's, although indirectly no related, because we need to breathe fresh air.
Yeah.
No, we have to drink clean water, right? So, yan. Basta sabi ko nga, PCSO will support the program all the way.
One last question. How much is the fund that was allocated to PCSO?
Now, this, I think it's around 900,000 only.
Okay.
So, mura lang. Pero with the result after a year. So, this is only less than 1 million pesos na probably. But if we're going to replicate it nationwide, we need more funds. So, sabi ko nga, we have the funds to support it.
Ma'am, who initiated the first move to have this joint partnership?
It's actually PEP.
It's the PEP.
They made nag-request sila sa amin.
Alright.
Though it is already incorporated sa project ni PCSO under our corporate social responsibility, ang environmental protection. So we allocated funds for that already. So when PEP requested for financial support, and when we started the proposal, sabi ko, napakaganda. Sabi ko, supportahan natin, puntuhan natin. And then with Yusek Leonardo also backing up PEP kasi nakita rin niya na naka-align din siya sa programa gusto na ating mahal na presidente. So we talked, we had dialogues. At sabi ko, okay sir, we will support the project. Kung saan man makakarating yung project na ito, so susuportahan namin. So it's good that PEP is here supporting the government, and now government will come in naman to support you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Make things possible.
And Davao was the lucky place you choose because of the this is the place of the president.
Yeah, dito namin na-decide na i-launch. And I think yung PEPs dito rin, Davao based din kasi. So we decided to launch here in Davao City yung program.
For Director Ebasco, sir, what will this mean, no? Launching this project, what will this mean to Davao region? Is DENR 11 ready to cascade this success towards other LGUs in Davao region or Region 11?
For that, Ma'am Edith, is cooperation. We need the cooperation of the local government the community and other agencies, even in the private sector. Amidst the pandemic, we have to initiate or to make a move. The move must be conducive to good health, breathing fresh air. Because of Davao City is highly urbanized, we have to initiate trees in the city. That is the project of PEP in partnership with PCSO and the DENR. So I am hoping that everybody should cooperate, must cooperate. And this is not only for us to support, but this is for us, Davaoeños. And we will extend this project, PEP, PCSO, and DNR will extend this project in other regions. We will replicate it in our other regions.
Will this mean collaboration between PEP, DENR, and PCSO, Mr. Andrew? Will this mean collaboration among agencies, and you will stand as the private partner?
That is correct. We'll be the organizer putting everybody together. We have to do this. We're talking about the earth now, not just the Philippines. There's no plan B. We don't have that luxury. We can all see what's happening around the world. We can all see what's happening directly in the Philippines from illegal logging, people dying. It's just crazy. Mangroves being cut off, tsunamis, storms. The weather's changing, it's getting hotter. It's real, it's alive. So we have to do this. And we can't just do it just by planting. We need the education. We need trees in the city to be able to educate so people can scan that, they can learn, become actively involved in what we're trying to achieve.
What was the reason you wrote PCSO for this? What was in mind when you wrote PCSO about this?
PCSO is very interesting. Obviously I'm a foreigner in a foreign land, but my home is the Philippines. I'll die here. I've got a Philippine wife and children, so I do class this as my home. But PCSO is quite, I always looked at PCSO as the lottery side. I never had a clue about the stuff that they're doing on the other side, the social responsibility. The more and more I read into it, it's just incredible. Trees in the City is perfect for PCSO because it means that people can understand what PCO does do. I mean, I met people in PCSO who literally every single day listen to people's problems every 2 minutes, and they have to take that home and then sleep at night time. I mean, the funds that they give out is just immense. The funds that they generate is good, and they do make a lot of millionaires, but it's not so much about that. The majority of the money is about helping the people, helping the communities. And as what Ma'am Gomez correctly said, this is indirectly health because the trees do sequester all the carbon which is around us. I mean, if you put the trees into a highly smog area where there's no wind, the trees will absorb all that bad air, and we'll have fresh air, which indirectly is going to say you can go to the hospital and go around to PCO2 to try and get some money. So this is about a partnership. Climate change is not just plant a tree. We've got to be in balance with the corporate side. We've got to be in balance with the corporate side. We've got to be in balance with the nature. Everything's together, and if we don't link it, we're not going to succeed. So that's what we're here for. We're here to try and make that balance from education, corporate, nature, climate change, all together.
Okay. For Sir Vasco po. Sir, deforestation has been a problem dito sa ang nasa for a very long time, and with the development here in the city, dili gid nato malimod nga sometimes sakripisyo gid nato ni sir no kaning mga tanom nato kailangan ta mamutol. So sir, what are we doing aside from this, program Trees in the City? What are the other efforts of DNR para at least man lang bisa pa man sa development sa tuang city or sa Region 11 dili ma-compromise sir ang ang mga tanom mga ang kinaiyahan?
In the DNR, given the pandemic, we still have to accommodate our clients, especially magputol og kahoy, kaya po sila og cutting permit. Dili na mo sila babagan ana. But we are still limiting the cutting of trees. That's why PEP initiated the Trees in the City, because this is a very good initiative, and let everybody know what is this project all about. And also from the PCSO's point of view, that this program is not only, the PCSO, not only for the medical health, but also in the environment. This is, I think, the first one. This is the first time that PCSO integrated with the environment. Kasi mostly, PCSO is more on the health side. So health and environment is one. Because given karon pandemic, daghan kaayo nga sakit, kay tungod wala na tay, we are not breathing fresh air because we don't have trees. So we need these trees in the city to help compensate the needs of each and every one of us.
Sir,
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Sir, I've covered a lot of tree planting in the past. But what I'm afraid for is
Sustainability.
We plant it, after that, mapabayaan, hindi tutubo.
Yeah.
What are the things, sir, or there is a DNR?
I think I'll answer that in the DNR's perspective. The tree planting, like the National Greening Program, I think we have only 80, about 70 to 80% ang mabuhi. The rest is, kung i-sum up siya, mas taas gihapon ang mortality. But in a DNR's perspective, a strategic way during my administration that before planting trees in that certain location, we have to check first the soil if these trees are suitable on that area. Kay dili man pa pataka-tao anom diha mga matay ra. So dili gyud sustainable ang gitawag nato mass tree planting. But in fact, dili ko nagagamit og tree planting. Tree nurturing is the proper term or the scientific term of this. This project of PEP, PCSO, and DNR is called tree nurturing, not tree planting. Okay? Let's be clear about this. This is not a tree planting, but this is a tree nurturing. Okay? Thank you. That's on the DNR's perspective. I think this more addition for Mr. Andrew.
Obviously, the trees in the city, it's not just about what we're doing and we're going to deploy. Part of the package is we're here for maintenance, we're to look after, we'll go around with watering, etc. So, on a tree, the first 3 years is the most important. After 3 years, it's like a baby, it can survive on its own. But for the first 3 years, it's very, very important. Some of the other projects that we do, which we've been slowed down a little bit because of the pandemic, is carbon credits. So we're looking at the National Greening Program, where they planted hundreds of millions of trees. Other countries in Europe, America, which we are speaking to, they want to buy carbon credits to offset their pollutions. So what that means is we'll be able to take an area, and rather than somebody in the middle of Tawi, wherever it might be, or in the province, looking at something in a mangrove and thinking, that doesn't give me any value, all it's good for is firewood. What we'll be doing is we'll be giving them an allowance. Every single month, every single year, we'll be giving them allowance to look after those mangroves. So now all of a sudden it becomes part of their job, and that money will be coming from the international side for their corporate responsibilities.
One last question for the regional director of Mindanao from PCSO.
Yes. Go. Follow.
One last thing, mag-loading pa.
For Mr. Mr. Andrew. Sir, I just want to clarify. You meant to say you will be providing all the seedlings for the entire duration of the program?
That is correct.
All right.
That is correct.
Okay.
For the last question, I would like to ask GM Garma. Ma'am, with all these needs for Mindanao, how much would this mean to PCSO coffers? If 900 now for Davao City, then will it be much bigger, especially in Luzon and Visayas, because Mindanao is somewhat greener than the other areas. So will this mean more funds? Will this mean more projects like this in Luzon and Visayas?
Yes, of course. But we will leave that to the request of PEPs in coordination with DNR, so they know better how many trees should be planted and the amount of the budget. But rest assured that the PCSO will support the program once they will cascade this and nationwide.
Okay.
So that ends the press conference because we need to cover the loading of the trees.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.